Hi, I'm Jesse, and I'm about to show you a little bit about the PYLE rearview camera system, the PLCM105. The reason why I purchased this unit is because it's different than all the rest, where you can put it onto your rearview camera, or rearview mirror, and pull it back down when you're not using it. You don't have to leave it attached to your dash all the time. It's a really large unit too. It has a much larger monitor than most of the other units available. In the box you'll find that it comes with the power cable. This is your main fuse power harness. This is where you get your power and ground and your reverse input. It also has your input and output for the video lead here. One goes back to the back of the vehicle to the camera itself. One actually goes to any other input you'd like to use for video sourcing. It also will include in the box an RCA patch cable that would reach to the back so you can actually attach your camera. And I'm going to show you now how you go about getting power and ground to both the camera and the monitor unit. Here I am in my Isuzu Trooper. I'm going to show you how to install the monitor lead that actually powers up the monitor. And it also includes the power and ground that you pick up down underneath the dash. Start by putting it up here, right where you need it. You don't need much extra up here. You just kind of tuck it in. Pull the headliner back just slightly, and it should pop just behind it. Carefully tuck it around. Here I am installing the power and ground to the camera system. The black wire here, or the red wire here, goes to your positive, which would be a constant positive signal. You also have a black wire here that goes to a chassis ground. For this chassis ground, I'm just going to take out an existing ground screw and place it behind it and then retighten the bolt. I'm just going to tighten up the ground bolt right now and make sure it's connected solidly. Once you have that secured, you can attach your red wire to a battery constant, which I found just in the fuse box here, just by using a test light. Place it behind the fuse. Push it back into the fuse holder. The green wire needs to be hooked to the reverse signal. You find that under the dash, or look it up, or find it in the rear of the vehicle. The two yellow leads here, one goes back to the camera in the rear of the vehicle. The other one is for any other video source that you would like to use, such as a DVD player. Okay, here we have the monitor, and you can see that it's a touchscreen display. You have your power, your video 1, video 2, menu, up and down buttons. You also have on the back the spring-loaded clamps that snap onto your rearview mirror. It's just spring-loaded, no adjustments are necessary, and this is the input cable. I'm going to install this on the rearview mirror right now. As you can see, the unit has speakers in the back so you don't have to worry about tapping it into your car audio system for the sound. There's plenty of sound that comes out of it for the rearview camera use. It's really easy. You just start on the bottom, making sure the wire is clear. Push up, clip it onto the rearview mirror like that. Take the power cable, slide it on, line up the tab, and you're done. Here I have the camera, and I'm trying to decide exactly where to mount it. You need to go through and find a place that's both convenient for rear view viewing and convenient for the wires to be run. You don't want to have any wires dangling or anything that might get pinched in the doorway when you install it. For this vehicle, I found that it works best to mount it behind the license plate here. You also have the option of putting it on the rear bumper, or putting it over any other convenient place that would work for you. You can see here I have removed the tail light assembly. That's so that I can go through and verify which wires have the reverse signal and a ground for my camera unit. Right here you can tell that it's these wires here because it's through the clear lens with the clear bulb. Coming back inside, you can see that I ran the wires from the camera through the door, through a little grommet that already existed. I just simply pushed it through, and I now have it inside the vehicle. Here we are at the back of the camera with your power and video connections. These connections are not sealed. They have to stay inside the vehicle, someplace dry. The camera itself can be mounted anywhere that you would like. It's totally waterproof, and it won't have any issues with damage. The wires here, I just passed through the existing grommets that were already in the vehicle, You just tuck these inside, close everything back up, and these wires just come through the existing ground in the little slot that I'd cut. Once it's all installed, you can take a little bit of electrical tape or a couple wire ties and tie these looms together so that they stay out of the way. You want to take the 17-foot RCA cable, run it from the rear of the vehicle, run it underneath the kick panels or underneath the carpeting or something like that so that the kids don't kick it or you don't knock it with luggage or other cargo that you may have in the vehicle. This one I chose to just run it along the panel here. You just simply push it down into this hole. I use a pencil actually to kind of jam it down into this little slot. Then tuck it under this way. It's just as simple as that. Now it's out of the way, completely safe. It only plugs in to one of the ports here. It's to the video 2 port. Plug it in. You're all set. So here we are. It's time to power up the unit. Simply turn the key on. Go up to the unit. It's already on. You have a selection of where you would like the video to be on the screen. So you can have either part screen or full screen. Simply push up or down on the selection. Until you get a video that you decide you want to have on the screen. There's the widescreen. That's the fullest view that you can have. It fills the screen up nicely. As you can see on the screen here, you have the scale lines. The green tells you that you're plenty of distance from the objects behind you. Yellow, you're getting a little close. Red is pretty much time to stop. The unit itself has the typical menu settings for contrast, brightness, color, tint, and the display mode, which I showed you earlier. If you push the V1, V2 button, that is how you can access your other video input. We don't have one hooked up today, but if you did, you could use it like your gaming system or some other video source that you would like to put through it. In summary, the unit itself is very easy to install. You should expect about a half an hour to an hour for the average person. You need to take your time when you decide which power and ground sources you want to use in both the front and the rear of the vehicle. Take care when you run the cabling so that nothing gets pinched or damaged in normal use of the operation of the vehicle. When you go to remove the camera itself, when you're done using it for the day and just want to use your rear view camera, when you go to remove the monitor, it's quite easy. When you're done with it, you just slide up and pull it toward you and then unplug it just like you would any other device. Then you can store it wherever you would like to keep it safe. A soft cloth or a sleeve would be ideal to protect the screen, but now you have the rearview mirror to use as you normally would. Well, that's my video of the PYLE rearview camera, the PLCM105. I hope the video helped you in your decision about purchasing one. I bought it on Amazon and I hope you do too. Thank you.